Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Garage here. Welcome to hopefully a brand new series of Flynn's Tour of Light Cycle 82, or Tour de Light Cycle 82. Of Tron Identity. From what I've seen from the trailers, it seems like very still framey, so hopefully, you know, I'll be able to record it pretty well and stuff. Oh wait, is it like there's like a black blotch over there on the desk? Is that like the place where Sam had wiped the dust off? Arc Wars, the grid. Wondering where this is in the timeline exactly. I don't know. You know, guess we'll find out. Yeah, it looks like that's right where Sam had just wiped the dust off of the keyboard. Yeah, Tron Identity. Let's just see what this is all about, huh? New game. Hannah Rose, Alex Darby, wow. Ooh, I'm excited. Hopefully this isn't too laggy for y'all. And the south. Well, it already sounds very Tron-like, so I approve. Slowinski sounds very Polish. Written directed by Mike Bithell. I'm not sure the music was supposed to cut off there. I think maybe just because I'm lagging a bit. Welcome to the Grid program. To progress this story, press the Next button. You can read at your own pace or progress automatically by pressing the Autoplay toggle. If you miss something, there's a chat log on the pause menu. Text speed and scale can be adjusted for your comfort and settings. Are you ready to begin, program? Yeah, it seems very much like a, like from what I saw from the trailers, or the trailer, it looked like an RPG, so a Tron RPG, which sounds pretty cool. Initializing. It's a cold night in the city. Nothing new there. You pull your coat tighter, feel the heat of its glow, a small comfort against the brittle rain. Yeah, it's totally an RPG. Across the park stands the repository, a grand building. It stands sentinel among all surrounding it. This is architecture as power play, a statement made in light and stone. It's also where you'll be working tonight. You step forward, taking in the data trees that flank your path. Suddenly, the screech of tires against asphalt to your left, the rhythmic pulse of a light cycle at full speed. You turn, seeing cold blue light racing towards you. Dive out of its way, I guess. You throw yourself back, feeling the front of the cycle clip your coat. Laughter now, interspersed with the engine roar. You dodge the light cycle. Thank the users, someone found that entertaining. 2 more cycles race past, pursuing the first. Their yellow light marks them as core peacekeepers, enforcers. You doubt it'll end well for the laughing racer. You stand up, brush yourself off. If things ever go off the rails, you'd be good at the games. Good at dodging, anyway. You push forward, more gingerly now. The park has fallen silent again. Good. At the entrance of the repository stands a slab of a security program. His armor is scuffed and scratched. Scratched as is his face. A cruel smirk is attempting to break through his clenched jaw. Bit of trouble on the road there, Chief. Grish is his name. Yeah, so if the Bionicle game Maze of Shadows didn't count as an RPG, this definitely does. So this will probably be the actual first RPG that I've played on the channel. Anyway. Nothing I can't handle. Wakes you up. That seems like something I would say. Query, that's my name. He laughs. Okay. You dodge the light cycle. Long time since I saw someone hit the dirt with that much force. Good reflexes. The laughing stops and is replaced by a stern frown. Can I help you? What's this all about? I hope so. The program squints. Confused? I'm confused too. Mind telling me what you're doing here? You flash your badge. 4 squares arranged in a T. It designates you as a member of the Disciplines of Tron, or Disciples of Tron. A detective. No boss, no assigned task, but uncovering truths. A professional observer. My name's Query. Your boss called me in. Something happened here. Something big enough to bring in outside help. The program is taken aback. He steps away from the door and motions you in. You could have sworn you saw the light in his eyes pulse with frustration. Yeah, the moment I saw, like, the shaped in the T, I was like, huh? I was like, wait, that's like Tron's symbol. This isn't going to be an easy night. This will be easier if you work with me. Did I offend you? We're gonna be good friends, I can tell. This seems more like a threat. Did I offend you? We're gonna be good friends. Did I offend you? No answer. The program slams the door shut behind you, reactivating its glowing lock. No escape. Definitely not going to be an easy night. Okay. I'm excited. The lobby of the repository is beautiful. It demonstrates the same power as the exterior. Grish hustles you into the elegant space. You note that it is empty, quiet. At least, like, although it is a bit laggy, this is the kind of game where it feels like it doesn't really matter that much. So, that's nice. Where is everyone? Beautiful. See that? Beautiful. It is. Empty. Are those energy falls? They are. Man, a few words. Grish looks tired. It must have already been a long night, he growls. It wasn't my call to bring you in. I had this handled. I was about to begin my investigation. Investigating... My nosy? Or do I want to try a... investigating what? You've been told nothing? Maybe I know more than I'm letting on. I get the call. I run program. Nothing. Let's try that. Old school. I respect that. You can tell Grish isn't used to dealing with inquiries like yours. He ushers you past the lobby's vacated front desk towards an elevator. We've moved all non-essential staff to a secure location. I've been ordered to send you to Prince. He runs this tower, and he's taken the events of the night very personally. You'd think they'd stolen from his own personal collection. Maybe the way he sees it, that's exactly what happened. There's been a robbery? That's right. Someone picked tonight to steal something precious from us. Prince will fill you in on the details. I don't know them all yet either. I heard the explosion, activated the lockdown, and put things in order. Since then, I've been out here, securing the perimeter and waiting for you to show up. Took you long enough. Must take you a long time to get places when you have to keep diving to the curb like that. Not graceful. Funny, though. An explosion? Yeah, a long way up. I've not been up there yet, but it was loud. Hold up. Okay, this probably... I don't know. It just made me think that, like, because at the top of this one tower in Tron Legacy, that was where the End of Line Club was, right? And Zeus was there, and then Clue just blew everything up at that top, so it's probably not the same one, just because I'm thinking this isn't really at the same time as Tron Legacy. I mean, it was probably just right after or something, but also this was made this year, and from what I understand, Disney does intend to make a third Tron movie, so I guess, they released this to give some context for it, or also to, make it relevant again, Anyway. A bomb? Who knows what's up there, but I have to assume any explosives would be tightly secured. Grish moves to the elevator. A keypad to its side awaits activation. He reaches out his hand to the panel. It hovers, a sharp intake of breath. What? Is there a problem? Grish stands in front of the panel, looking at it, and back to you. He's confused. It's denying him access. He catches himself, confusion turning into frustration. Since the explosion, I've been missing things. Sheesh. Oh, is this where the defragging comes in? Yes. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the explosion, but my memory access is failing me. There are holes. Your DOT, you said? You can defragment identity disks, can't you? Recover memories. Ah, okay. So the reason I knew about defragging in this game was not only because of like the achievements on Steam, but also I clicked endless mode. Like I clicked endless mode just to like see if my like recording software or PC could handle this game, and like it barely can, you know. It's still laggy, but it barely can. Yeah, so I do know about defragging. I'm not good at it, as I've learned, but then again, maybe this will, you know, give me the basics better. Anyway, I can do what needs to be done. Here, take it. He hands you his discs. His dick. Disc. His dick. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. His disc, grudgingly. Defrag. Match data cards to defrag a disc. Drag the circle card onto its matching neighbor. Okay. As well as suits, you can match by number. Drag the 3 card to its neighbor. Got it. There are 2 legal move types, adjacent and 3 packets away. Ah. Cards cannot cross the top of the disc. Okay. No move is final. Undo any play at any time. Okay. Stuck? Let the AI make your next move. A limited number of times per puzzle. To complete a puzzle, reduce card count to the target. Pick your own moves from now on. Alright. Alright. Performance was dropping a bit there, but that was the game's fault, not the recording's fault. Because the game, my game experience itself Like, it's laggy. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway. Completed in 69 seconds, 2.76 microcycles. Ah, okay. So that actually tells you the equivalent in cycles. A new memory, a significant number. View. The administrator, Prince, smiled. I think that's everything. Did you have any questions? Chris shook his head, silent. He needed the job. It seemed simple enough. No need to put the new boss off with an unguarded question or comment. You're not the talkative type, I suppose? Good. Prince typed a number into the elevator, stopped himself. You'll need a code, I guess. Are you a religious program, Grish? Grish grunted, non-committal. I don't ask for utter devotion. But I do expect respect for myself, for Core, and for the users. Let this be a daily reminder to you of their importance and seniority to us all. He gestured towards the pad and keyed in 1982. 1982, the year Flynn first made contact with the programs, according to the user calendar. Heh, a sacred time. Burn it into your memory. Grish did so. He would use this code every centicycle. The Ark server is vast with hundreds of cycles of history and hundreds of thousands of citizens. Tonight, you have a single function to investigate an explosion within the core repository. Located in the Vertical Slice District, this is a supposedly public and safe location. In reality, you know that Core's control is more insidious than most imagine. This is a political territory, and the air is heavy with demonstrations of power and influence. You are an interloper, an independent program entering a space over which you have no control. Grish. The adjunct war didn't so much change Grish as reveal his true function. He is a brusque, direct program whose only function is the execution of his assigned task, protecting the repository and his fellow programs at any cost. If you stay on the right side of Grish, he could be a vital ally, making an enemy of him, and your time in the repository may be less comfortable. The lobby is a beautiful space designed to welcome guests and subtly remind them of the power contained and maintained within the repository. Usually it would be bustling with activity, but tonight's events have triggered an evacuation of all but the most essential programs. The door is locked, and there is a mystery to solve. I see. New disc color, white. You hand the disc back. Grish takes it, replaces it on its back. A slight pulse in his eye signals the data refresh. Got it. Grish gives the slightest of nods. It's the closest you'll be getting to a thank you. Okay. He taps the code into the elevator, unlocking it. I've unlocked repeat access rights for you. You'll be able to travel to any location Prince allows. Any other gaps in your memory? You can try to be helpful, more helpful. Grish grunts. He's clearly frustrated to have shown this weakness to you. Aw, man. You move towards the elevator, but Grish puts out a heavy hand, blocking your path. I'm not going to let you do this without me. That's not your call to make. You could join me. to make. Eh. You could join me. Grish laughs. I don't join your program. You join me. Whatever you want to call it, your boss called me. That could work. A smile? Okay. You push forward. He's surprised. Let's work together. You accepted Grish's help. You reach out a hand. He takes it, shakes it. All right. The most sincere smile of the night plays across Grish's face. Prince's office is upstairs. He'll be waiting for you, for us. Let's go ahead, not waste any time. Let's go, sure. The elevator door's open. It's time to visit the man who called you here. Alright. Prince may consider this an office, but it's more of a shrine. User memorabilia lines the walls. Prince stands by the window, looking out over the city. He turns and smiles as you both enter. Unlocked Prince. You accepted Grish's help. You found a friend, Grish. Grish snorts. Ah, frick. You hired one for me, Prince. I did, and you seem exceptionally happy to have the company. Prince chuckles to himself. It's quite the music going on. Very glad you could join us, Query. You come very highly recommended. Reputation is everything. I do the work. It's late, Prince. Yeah, I do the work. So I've heard. Prince noted your answer. Welcome. I forgot. I didn't realize autoplay was on. Prince has it in front of his desk. He registers your confusion at the bright lights on its surface. Ah, I see. Okay. A little showy, perhaps. I've been told it looks like a shrine, but much like the users, I enjoy a little theater. You didn't hire me to talk about this. I'd rather get to work. What happened here? Oh, right. That's a longer conversation, I fear. You know what? Let's go ahead and turn autoplay back on. Prince smiles another smile. It is a smile calculated in its charm, the kind of self-conscious allusion to kindness I've only ever seen in those with assured authority. Grish, still standing, tenses. He's seen that smile too many times. Tell me, Query, for whom do you fight? I'm a disciple of Tron, so I fight for the users. I fight for the users. Another smile, more sincere this time. You had faith. As a traditionalist, a traditionalist. A program after my own heart, a user set this world in motion with vision, purpose, a steadfast ethical framework. Prince steps back to the window. Flynn built this world for us, Query. He built us an ark safe from Clue, from his intolerance of our kind. Ah. So, Is this during, or is this... Is this during Legacy, or is this, like, right before... Or is this, like, right after... the Clue coup? Or is this right after Legacy? We must never forget what we owe, whose grace we rely upon. He saw the potential of the ISOs and our value. Wait, is Prince an ISO? Is this before Clue destroyed the ISOs? The Order was created with similar optimism. The Disciples of Tron, independent seekers of truth in the face of tyranny. It's all very impressive, I'm sure. You too are part of Flint's design. Do not forget it. He will return. I don't think he's coming back. We owe him everything. Oh, of course. Prince noted your answer. We surely do, program. We surely do. Grish tenses. He's an atheist or something? The boss and I have different views on the subject. I fight for the programs of the repository. In the war, they taught us to fight for the one next to us. Keep things simple. Prince frowns. Your loyalty to those around you is why I indulge your argumentative demeanor, Grish. But loyalty without faith is a fickle thing. My faith is strong. Not entirely convinced, Prince moves towards a bookcase. My interest in the users goes beyond blind faith. I imagine you've noticed my collection. Very impressive. Oh, right. Thank you. Does any piece in particular catch your eye? The currency token. Those colorful boxes. Prince moves to the shelf, removing a box. This is a form of user entertainment. A video stored on an analog magnetic tape. They record fictional performances and share or sell them to each other. He smiles as he looks at the tape. This was apparently one of Flynn's favorites. I've not watched it, but the user on the cover looks heroic enough. It's an identity disc. Can we watch one? I don't know. Let's ask that. Prince shakes his head. Nowhere near as precise. Events are shown in an abbreviated fashion in a two-dimensional image. No internal processes are recorded. They are obtuse, abstract. But according to our records, users love them. Prince places the box back on the shelf. Fascinating. Prince smiles. Indeed. Prince's face stiffens. For the first time, he lets the stress of recent events show on his face. Prince? It's impossible to tell if Grish is sympathetic or frustrated. Tonight, the unacceptable has occurred. Our repository has been broken into, and our work is in great danger. That's pretty cool. The hexes and stuff on his shirt. I'm sure Grish told you about the explosion. Our vault. We have been attacked. I don't know for sure who did this, but I have my suspicions. I need to know who is responsible and why they stole from us. Who was in the vault? Who had access? What was in the vault? A good question. I don't know. We serve at the pleasure of Core, and they move items in and out as they please. I wonder who, yeah, I forgot Core was an entity in this world. He looks down. I wish I had a better answer, but for now I am as in the dark as you. My building is host to a great many treasures, but presumably, tonight, someone stole our greatest jewel. Prince gestures broadly. The programs with the answers are throughout this tower. I'm hoping that an outsider like yourself may be able to find the truth of all this. Okay. I'd start with the crime scene itself, or the suspect we already caught. It was necessary to contain the threat. Absolutely. Grish turns to you. A visiting dignitary. I don't like new faces. Not when there's a coincidental explosion moments after their arrival. One of my men secured the prisoner immediately. We've created temporary accommodations in the library. Give my apologies to Ada when you see her. Not exactly her role to play jailer. I'll start with the vault. I'll interrogate the prisoner. No need to tell me, program. The DOT are independent of my authority. I hope that you also remember your oath of non-interference. The Prime Directive. It's the Prime Directive of the United Federation of Planets from Star Trek. Come back here when you have anything to tell me, or any questions I can answer. Righto, boyo. Prince's smile broadens. You impressed, Prince. It's been good to talk to you, Corey. I will make it known to my staff that you are to be supported in your investigation. I believe you can do good work here. Yay! Diplomacy for the win! This is my repository. I will do everything I can to help you. Come to me if you need anything. Sorry. Just finishing a fruity White Claw, you know? Whoops. There it goes. Well, I finished it anyway. You leave the office. Grish follows. For the users. Bringing back some of the elements from the first Tron, I see. Very nice. Ah, I see. Vaults, containment custom built for storing the most sensitive materials in the repository. Lobby. Transformed to a temporary prison. Admin office. Alright. Cool. I'm intrigued. The library is vast, undulating. Distant platforms hang from the walls. The air is wet, the cold white glow of the space dreamlike. But it is the trees that make the grandest impression. Tall and old and impossibly complex, they curl and swirl and the energy falls before you. You've never seen anything like them before, not at this scale. Grish leans conspiratorially towards you. This isn't a place I'm comfortable. Program. Learn what you want to learn about the library. But remember, we're here so you can question the suspect. You go to correct him, but before you can, you're interrupted. Unlocked Ada. View. Also, I just realized... let's see... The domain of Prince, the repositories... the domain of Prince, the repositories administrator, half office, half shrine to the memory of Kevin Flynn himself. You can tell that Prince is a true believer in the users. You wonder if that is a help or a hindrance to his work suppressing and controlling information. Looking around, you can't help but be in awe of the place. If all this was indeed inspired by the users, then you cannot imagine how beautiful their outer world must be. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering... Yeah, so obviously this would have to be after the coup, at the very least. But the question is it right after the coup? Or is it during the events of Legacy? Or is it after Legacy? I mean, because it did say Flynn will return, so I'm guessing this must be right before Sam Flynn enters the grid. I think, like, the game Tron Evolution, which I've never played, but if I'm not mistaken, that game is like, I think it's about the Clue takeover, or something. The Clue coup. The Ku Klux. No, I mean the coup. Yeah, anyway. The Clue coup. Clue coup. Try saying that fast. Clue coup, clue coup, clue coup. Anyway. Library. The library is an ode to epics and esoterica. The history of the grid resides in these trees, from founders to the adjunct war. Alongside that, nestled in these branches is the minutia of thousands of lives lived on the Ark server. I've never actually seen, or minutiae? I've never seen that word actually pronounced, or... In fact, I'm not actually sure what it means. But there are gaps, programs missing, events uncategorized, edits. This library is curated, secrets pruned. Okay, it seems, okay, yeah. So, what these are, like, these are the same, no matter what. Right, of course, because it's under characters, of course. Anyway, the users may have left us long ago, but for programs like Prince, their presence is a truth beyond criticism or question. He is a zealot, and that zealotry makes him as fascinating as he is dangerous. Faith is an unpredictable directive, and one which you find unsettling. Watch this one closely. There's no telling which path he may walk down. Well, he is a red boy, after all. Ada. Yours and Ada's work is similar. You both construct facts, while the dot, I guess we could call it the dot. I don't know. While the DOT trained you to seek and reconstruct truth, Ada's function is more creative. Ada builds narratives and stories, histories of the grid, and premonitions of where it might go next. Her work is inspiring and terrifying. The power in this room is infinite. You hope she takes her role seriously. So basically, was I not supposed to act like this, a person who has faith in the users? Was that not what I was supposed to do? But, I don't know. Anyway. You brought a friend, Grish? A program stands next to you, glowing white like the room around her. You enjoy my garden? I don't understand. This is a library. Hey! This is library! Oh, anyway. Never seen anything like this before. Her eyes dart across the space. Few have. This place is very special. She kneels down, checking the leaves of a tiny plant at her feet. She turns each over in her fingertips, inspecting them in turn. Content, she stands up, smiling again. That don't look like a smile, Chief. Okay. Grish smirks. I am Ada. Welcome to my garden. I don't understand. It's beautiful. A different smile. Something approaching pride. You have the sense that she'd never admit as much, though. Thank you, Query. This is the greatest library on the grid. It is the centerpiece of the repository, the very purpose of its existence. Before you lies the grand total of knowledge from nearly 2,000 cycles of our society. From the founders to this moment, all of it, pristine. Ada walks over to a tree, grand and towering. She reaches out a hand, brushes a leaf, letting its energy fizzle at her touch, a crackle of utter sonic complexity. You've seen trees before, I imagine. Of course. Do you know what they are? A decoration. I always assumed they occurred naturally, an outcome of the grid. They're data trees. So... is that a trick question? I always assumed they occurred naturally. An outcome of the grid. The description is accurate, but fails to capture their full function. Trees are data, records of our history, not individuals, but an entire society. They are our memory, at a cultural level. I figured, decoration wasn't enough. I understand you work with identity discs as part of your investigations. Has the similarity between these forms and that of the data you see in your travels hang on. I don't think that's supposed to be a comma. Oh well. Has the similarity between these forms and that of the data you see in your travels never struck you as interesting? She pulls her hand away from the leaf. Your order, the DOT, you do not interfere. You seek truth, but seek to have no impact in the worlds you investigate. The echoes of your kind in my garden are quieter than most. You believe her. It is as intended. I have questions. I'm sure you do. Ask them. Take your time. And then I have someone to introduce you to. Remember why we're here, program. At multiple points in your investigation, you'll have the opportunity to dig deeper via investigation choices marked with a magnifying glass. Take your time to ask as many as you like, then move on. If trees occur naturally, why have a garden? I was expecting shelves, books. A laugh. As with Prince's shelves of user entertainments, I don't blame you. So much of our world is contextualized via the users and their arcane and oblique practices. I've been speaking to my guest at length on the topic. It is an irony that they had to cut down their trees and transform them into books. Our method is lossless. Our method is lossless. How long does it take to learn to read this data? How long did it take to learn to read this data? How long did it take you to learn to read the data of an identity disk to guide programs to the truths they already knew? I have a gift for it. Takes many cycles to study, but you don't learn much before you find yourself in the field. The other one seemed a bit arrogant. Precisely. It is the same with my work. As with many things, the library has no value without the one who can use it. Quite. If trees occur naturally, why have a garden? She nods, respecting the question. It is one she has been asked before. The data of trees in the wild is rich. They capture all around them, but the noise is also chaotic, unguided. Ruckus? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Raucous? In my library, I can cultivate the data, refine it, prune it. I can find the truth and preserve it for future generations. You mean you can rewrite it? That sounds like an enormous task. 8 exhales. Almost a chuckle. It is, but I have time and relatively few interruptions. Until tonight, I am grateful to do what I love. You believe her. I know my role. Any memory loss? She looks confused. There seems to be some of it going around. Maybe linked to the explosion? No, nothing. Maybe we're insulated from the bulk of it. The trees blocked the storm. Not all of them survived, though. Some of my saplings, the recent and obscure, seem to have been shattered by the force of the explosion. I may be able to rebuild, replant, but I am sure we have lost a great deal. You don't have any backups? I'm sorry. A heavy pause. Ada holds back tears, but you note the subtle effort. It is a shame. but of course nowhere near the suffering my fellow programs have experienced. I hope you can help them. It is a blessing you are here tonight. Flynn be thanked. Let's move on. As you wish. The librarian motions towards the center of the library. A platform juts out into the humid air. Ah, this would be a prisoner? Yeah. Please follow me to the observation deck. You accepted Grish's help. Why does that keep appearing? Like, I get it already. Maybe that's like an indicator. Okay, this is why this dialogue is appearing. You know, etc., etc. As you walk, she explains. Under normal circumstances, this is a space of tranquility. The observation deck provides a place to meditate, to consider the knowledge collected here. To knock on the sky, listen to the sound. Action without action. That's what Flynn would say. Ah, a student of Flynn, yes! Some truths transcend the speaker. I read. Some truths transcend the speaker. I read. Indeed, you're in the right place. You continue walking. A bright energy field surrounds the end of the platform. Ada notes your reaction. A safety measure. Under normal circumstances, it would be unfortunate to fall from the perch. Grish smiles. And a perfect prison under irregular circumstances. You are close enough to see that the energy field has an occupant, an exceptionally tall figure, sitting cross-legged in its center. The audio of this track seems a bit over-modulated, if I understand the word correctly. Anyway, I will leave you... Oh, wow. I can, twirl around. Oh, but only that direction. I will leave you alone with him. I encourage you to be respectful. This is, after all, an ambassador, a guest in my garden. A traitor in our midst. Ada winces. My guest, Grish. Grish gestures her away. The man in the energy field looks up as you approach. Sad eyes peer out from a strangely pale face. Faceted and linked. Oh, is he an ISO? Because he's got real pale skin. Then again, maybe that's just I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of that just because of Cora. Like, you know, once she enters the real world, you know, you can... Like, her skin is, like, super fair compared to, like, Sam's. From a strangely pale face, faceted and lit by two bright eyes. It is a timeless face, and one you instinctively know has seen a great deal. Unlocked Sierra. Greetings programs. Did I read this one? Yes, I did. The automata do not allow your kind within their territory. So your knowledge of the sprawl is limited. You don't begrudge them their privacy, but the alien nature of their society makes reading Sierra challenging. Locked up by Grish upon the discovery of a crime, Sierra is understandably frustrated, but is this frustration in the face of a false accusation or at being caught? It's like my being real nice and diplomatic is eventually going to get me in trouble, isn't it? Grish sneers. Greetings. I should introduce myself. I am Sierra, ambassador for the Automata. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Query, of the DOT. I've been asked to investigate events tonight. I've been told you are a criminal, but I will form my own opinion. You have my word. You nod, respectfully. Grish grimaces, unimpressed. Sierra smiles. You find yourself fascinated by the structure and patterning of his face. The way it contorts in a flawed attempt to mimic a very user expression. You try not to stare. He notices. I am your first automata query? Yes, I'm sorry for staring. He looks at you quizzically. It can be strange to be exposed to the new. The automata have kept to their art to ourselves for some time. It's reasonable that the rest of society would be surprised by our appearance. In truth, I am proud of the difference. We choose not to look like the users of myth, but walk our own path. You look userish? Users of myth, okay. Userish? That is intentional. I am an ambassador. I approach other programs on their own ground, and therefore must do what I can to make them comfortable. Regrettably, that comes at the cost of my expression of my kind's true, programmatic beauty. His smile broadens. Let's get to the matter at hand. My crimes? Grish steps forward. Okay. So it's like every time... Yeah. It's like every time this shows up, it like indicates, okay, this next part is because you did this. Alright. You know what you did. Grish, do you even know what you're accusing me of? Grish tightens, his frustration growing. Directness seems to be the best path. Did you cause the explosion, Sierra? Did you steal something, Sierra? Did you cause the explosion, Sierra? Sierra feigns sorrow. Feigns sorrow, you say. You figured it out. Yes, I did. I stole an enormous amount of something very, very special. My pockets are filled with ill-gotten... yeah. I was just like, hold up a second. I specifically, and with forethought, to ill-gotten came to the repository today to steal from you, and specifically to steal from Grish here. Grish's fists tighten. A flash of light plays across his eyes. Tell the truth, liar! The prisoner stands. Slowly. He is a giant, almost twice your height. He looms over you. There is great strength there, but also a gentleness to his posture, his movements. You charmed, Sierra. I am not your enemy, Query, and I don't believe you are mine either. I will happily answer your questions if you return to me. I will help... Oh, got the achievement for defrag my first disc. Which is very late, because I got that, like, a long time ago. I'll happily answer your questions if you return to me. I will help in every way I can, but I fear I am as ignorant as anybody else here. He points at Grish. But that one cannot join us again. His mind is locked on target. He will not find your real culprit for you. Sierra turns his back to you. Your conversation over for the time being. It may be time to visit the scene of the crime. The vault. Well, seems like a good place to stop. Yeah, I tend to be kind of a trusting person, so you know this might be a little rough. Well, do I though? I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stop here. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, and I hope to see y'all next time. Ciao!